Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again here on a Tuesday night for the Cyber Thunder Racing League Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. We're coming at you live from Road America. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, not going to really call it a special night. However, I want to point out early and right out of the gate, this is my last week with Cyber Thunder. This is the last race I am going to be able to broadcast for the season. They are moving to a new broadcaster. You're going to have to check out their YouTube channel, which is OSRN. That's OSRN, if I am correct on that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, life got in the way. I bought a new house. We're going to be moving here soon with me being an over-the-road truck driver and winter coming up. There's just a chance that I might not be able to make every Tuesday, and I think it's best that I just kind of say, hey, let somebody else take the rest of the season, and that's just as upfront as I can be with everybody. So everybody who came out and watched and subscribed to TrueSim Productions for Watch Cyber Thunder, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And don't go anywhere, because we're always going to try and find a way to put content out on this channel. And honestly, I hope that Mr. Tom Richter, me and him can work a deal maybe later on in the future once things start to settle down, or maybe we get another person here on TrueSim Productions. That being said, though, like I said, coming at you live from Road America tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the Sea Schemes Racing Paints 170 here at Road America, sponsored by none other than Cody Heinzman, who's out on track. We're taking a look at him right now. Top times at the top of your screen, scrolling across right now, as we got about 40 seconds left to go here tonight. There are no stage cautions, that is. It's rolling stages, but once the drivers cross lap 10, 22, that'll be stage 1 and 2, 4 points. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. I'm hearing words that maybe drivers can only do about 9, maybe less laps on fuel as well. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on all the drivers one more time here tonight. I'll bring the points playoff picture and everything up later on tonight, but let's go ahead and see if I can't get this up. Get the logo up there for Cody Heinzman. But with that being said, practice is wrapping up. They are going to get 10 minutes of qualifying, so that's why we're kind of dragging it out a little bit. Going to be a long qualifying session. We only have 21 drivers here tonight. But with that being said, you know what time it is. Time to head down trackside, so if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Give Josh a subscription. He has provided most of the music here on TrueSim Productions, and he deserves all the credit he can get. Be sure to subscribe to Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. We're taking a look at RT76. He was one of the first drivers out on track, and here's the biggest thing about Road America, ladies and gentlemen. Long racetrack, and Rick Thompson is still on his out lap, has not even started a flying lap just yet. Again, drivers are going to have 10 minutes see right there, I just brought the timer up on the tower right there for you. Rick Thompson crosses the start finish line. He's going to go barreling down into turn 1. Very, very high speed entry. You see the cones right there, the 3, the 2, the 1 cone. Try to roll that apex all the way out, maybe even go a little bit further out than that. Then down the hill to turn number 2 or 3, we'll call it, as according to the map I'm looking at. Another tight right-hander, but then it's another high-speed section all the way down to turn 4. Hard on the brakes. You could even swing it a little bit wider than that if you wanted to, but a really hard left-hand turn up the hill. Something we're gonna have to watch here. You crest that hill, you have to get hard on the brakes for this next left-hander. Gonna be turn 5 going into turn 6 right here. Then another little quick segment down onto another hard left-hander before we go into the carousel. Rick Thompson going through the carousel right now. Again, there are a lot of drivers out on track. However, everybody's on their out lap right now. See Van Drake TV's out in chat right now. It's good to see you, Van Drake. I'm just going to say this one time and one time only. No politics in the chat, or you will be timed out. This is a racing channel, not a political channel. Thank you. So coming across the line for his first lap, Rick Thompson, 2:19.47. So he's on provisional pole. Time should start to roll in here as Burnett actually goes. What a lap time out of Burnett, actually, at 2:15.68. Oh, hard on the brakes for the number 5. I think he might just be happy with that. Well, that was a good lap. 2:15.74 here for the first lap for the 92 of Ed Jurgen. Now you're good, Van Drake. I gotta nip it into bud early. You know what I mean? We don't need people coming in and having mindless debates over politics on a broadcasting channel. You know what I mean? You're good. I gave you the warning. That's why I didn't time you out immediately. I gave you the warning. So Heinzman is actually a driver I do want to keep my eye on because he was up at the top of the board for most of the practice. Him and Jurgen were kind of, or no, I'm sorry, it was Gary Bowman. Him and Gary Bowman were kind of trading lap times back and forth. He uses all the racetrack up there on the kink. All the way down this fast straightaway, whatever you want to call it, down here to this turn. I believe this is turn 11. The reason why I say I believe is because my track map right now is showing me a bunch of turns that really aren't turns. They're numbered as turns. We got 1, 2, 3, then we got 3A, 4, 5. Then you go up to 11. You got 11, 11A, 11B, and 12. So I'm just kind of going with what the information I have right now. I'm not big. No, I wouldn't say I'm not a big fan of Road America, but not very familiar with Road America when it comes to the turns. First lap for Heinzman. What? I mean, that's a really good lap. 2:14.62 for the 28 of Heinzman. Now, he must not have watched the broadcast back last week because he was running that black, white, and blue paint scheme. And I said if he would put a TSP logo on it, it would really make that scheme pop. I guess he just didn't feel like doing it. He wants to run that NOS energy drink truck. Let's see what else we can go take a look at here. How about the Lone Dutchman? Philip Van Vliet, number 89. Now, Philip was actually pretty fast in practice, and I even said something to him about that. And he said, don't say nothing too early just yet, but hey, look at him right now in the top 10. The truck that's fast for a solid 30 seconds. And I mean that with best intentions, but it's that fruit stripe gum truck of David Gainforth, the 101. The best gum you've ever had for 30 seconds. We asked him last week. Greg Mitchell just went top of the charts at 213.23. Road course ringer. Heinzman's got some work to do, over a full second off the pace from Mitchell. Doesn't even really need to run another lap. How about Heinzman, though? He does answer back. Kind of. A 213.95. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to point out, no stage cautions tonight. There are stages, just no stage cautions. Just like we saw at Coda, it is literally going to drop the green flag, and that's the end of it. Speaking of the end of it, that's the end of qualifying. How about it? Mitchell putting it on the pole once again at the road course. Wondering if they have any more road courses this season. I tell you what, that new broadcaster, you're going to have to watch these road courses with that 55. Mitchell always out there dominating on these road courses. But you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. For one last time here on TSP, maybe not forever, but at least for this season, let's go through that grid. Starting on the pole is going to be Greg Mitchell in the number 55. And the number 28 is Cody Heinzman, who is outside in second. Starting in third, the number 81 of Dustin Ping, to his outside Stephen Burnett in the number 5. Ed Jurgen in the 92 is going to be starting in 5th, with Mackenzie Milwane, the 21, to his outside 6th. Gary Bowman in the 8 machine, going to be starting in 7th, with Andrew Caldwell in the 46, who is outside in 8th. Phil Van Vliet, the Lone Dutchman, number 89, going to be starting in 9th, with Tom Richter, the number 34, starting in 10th. Rick Thompson going to be rolling off in 11th position in the number 76. To his outside, Eric Anderson in 12th in the number 43. Jason Bauer is going to be starting in 13th in the number 69, with Jackie Brannon, who is outside in 14th, number 65. Jason Dinsmore in the number 62, going to be starting in 15th, with Dave Gainforth in the 101, who is outside in 16th. Jacob Zala in 17th, Matthew Semple in 18th, Brian Dorsey in 19th, Michael Murphy Jr. in 20th, and Steven Music shotgun on the field here tonight in the 09 and 21st. Vandrick, you should be able to super chat. You most certainly should be able to super chat. can double check on my phone here real quick for you. But you definitely should be able to super chat. If not, it could have been a setting I messed up. Yeah, you know what? There isn't a button there. You're absolutely right. What's the deal with that? Doesn't make any sense. Oh well, not a big deal. Nothing I can really do about it, I don't think. Yeah, that's actually really weird. Oh, wow. Check on that, Vandrick. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't even notice. We hardly ever get super chats, you know. I never really worried about it. We don't need money, you know what I mean? We appreciate it, but appreciate it. Do appreciate it nonetheless. Like I said, it's not a big deal. We'll get it rectified for next week, or not next week, but I'll make sure everything's squared away for the next broadcaster. I apologize, for Sunday nights, Chris and Tanner. Make sure that they got it all set up and make sure it's all good to go, because Tanner was the one that set that up, so. Ew, that's not great. Not many cameras to work with tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time this season here on True Sim Productions, Pace Car gonna make that right-hand turn down into pit road. 21 drivers, 42 laps. Cyber Thunder Racing League at Road America, let's get it on. Down into turn one, it's gonna be very difficult to see how these drivers navigate it. You're going very high speed. Mitchell with the advantage on Heinzman right now as they barrel through turn one. Down all the way to the short shoot down to turn number two, still side by side. Heinzman's gonna do everything he can. He's gonna fight hard on the outside, battle for the race lead early here. As we go back down the back straightaway, I guess we can call it. I'm not 100% sure, but it's still side by side. Heinzman knows that Mitchell is fast at these road courses, and he has to put up a fight. If he can just get in front of him, he might have a shot here to win tonight. Still side by side for the race lead. Mitchell kind of goes off just a little bit. Heinzman with the advantage as we go up the hill. race leader. Now Cody Heinzman into number 28. Now try to not look in that rearview mirror. 'Cause there you go. That's what it looks like. So we go on Mitchell here. Left front camera this time, ladies and gentlemen. No right rear camera. First time going through the carousel for these drivers. Dustin Peng hanging tough there in third. Few off tracks already. Nothing major. Still on lap 1. Burnett has fallen back just a little bit, but running in 4th. Ed Jurgen back there in 5th. Then back to Caldwell to 6th. And I'm going to say this, Amanda and Corey, I don't know where you guys are, but what the heck? Back up to the front. Still Heinzman leading Mitchell right now as they go up the hill to the start-finish line to complete lap number 1. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's going to pretty much single file out. It's not going to be that exciting. I'm going to do my best to make it exciting, but we know how road courses are. The drivers are not racing each other on a road course. They're racing the track. That's the biggest thing. You have to be consistent at a place like this. These two are starting to pull away a little bit. Some having to ping. Let's go back and see what happened to Ping here. Clips the curbing. Oh, just loops it. Loops it. He's got to get turned back around. Now, that was a smart move by Ping. He could have cranked the wheel to the left right there, but he didn't. He's going to lose a ton of positions. He falls back behind RT76, who runs in 12th. So Dustin Peng now back in the 13th spot. Back up front, though, we have to keep our eyes on these guys. It's only been 1 lap. And I mean, Mitchell is just all over the back bumper of Heinzman. Now, Heinzman did some practice. I don't know if Mitchell did. Oh, problems for Heinzman already. He overshoots it. Oh, no. You know what's sad is that we were just talking in Discord before the race, and he said what's nice about these road courses is when he goes back and watches the broadcast and he listens to me and he says, you know, when Sam says there's only one guy out there with a 0X out on the track, when he says my name, I really enjoy it. Well, Cody is screwed up on lap 2. Let's go back and see what happened to Cody. I think he just overshoots it. Yeah. Just trying to give it all she's got and just overshoots it just a little bit, allows Mitchell to just roll on through. And now Mitchell extending that gap because now Cody's tires are not going to be too happy with him. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to point out it is not your TV screen. It is foggy here at Road America. Gap really hasn't increased all that much just yet. Cody lost most of his time after he got off the track, but it hasn't extended. It's only about 1.4 seconds right now. So if he can just recompose himself, get back in the rhythm, get back in that groove, he might be able to run down this 55. The best thing he can do, I think, in this situation, if Mitchell starts to pull away from him, is try and short pit him. He's going to have to try and short pit him He's going to have to get him on pit road. It's the only way. That's what he tried to do at Coda. It almost worked, but that Jay Zola out in chat, no stage break, correct? That is correct. There are stages. They are at 10 and 22. However, there will be no caution flag flown for those stages. It is literally just green flag and go. So if anything, I need y'all out in chat to just chat it up out there. Let's have a conversation of what's going on in the race, because everybody's single filed out right now. So what I'm going to do is what I normally don't do. However, we're going to do it this early. We're going to go through the field. Greg Mitchell started on pole, now back up into first because of Cody Heinzman's slip up. Heinzman, we saw it. He had a slip up and now fell back into second and starting to lose a couple of tenths almost per lap now on Mitchell. Go back to third. Good run for Ed Jurgen, who still hasn't changed his Peter Griffin picture. At the very least, Jurgen, make it PNG, not fake PNG. But he actually started in fifth and now is up 2 spots into third. Go back to Andrew Caldwell in the 46. Sitting in fourth, he started back in eighth. Stephen Burnett started in fourth and only has lost a 1 position here this evening. And Mackenzie, I hope I'm pronouncing this name correctly, Mackenzie Milwane. Can't be that hard to pronounce, but you never know. So it could be pronounced a completely different way. It may say Milwane, and he might come to me and say paperweight. I don't know. You know what I mean? But having a good run so far. Started in 6th, still in 6th. Same with Gary Bowman, who started in 7th, currently in 7th. Sitting in 8th position, Dustin Ping. Remember, he started in 3rd. Had that little spin, was one of the first drivers really to go around from what I've seen. And now back in the 8th position. A lot of work to do here with 39 laps to go. Phil Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman out of Battle Creek, Michigan, driving that Toyota Tundra number 89. Sitting back here in 9th. Now look now, though, right behind him is RT76. Started in 11th position, now currently in the top 10. Tom Richter, league owner out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Sitting in 11th, he started in 10th. We go back to 12th, it's Jason Dinsmore in the number 62, who started in the 15th position, now up to 12th. Eric Anderson, a driver we see kind of be a heavy hitter here on the oval side of things. Struggling a little bit here tonight. Only down 1 position since dropped the green flag, but back there in 13th in the number 43. Ryan Dorsey, Mr. Give Me a Sponsor. That number 9. I think he's just content with running that blue truck. At least put the Cyber banner on it, though, right, ladies and gentlemen? Uniformity is key. And I know we got fans out there. Let's jump to Michael Murphy Jr., the number 97, running that classic pink Joker paint scheme. He's back here in 16th. However, keep an eye on Michael Murphy tonight. He might be shooting for a top 10 because he started back in 20th. He's up 4 spots. Jackie Brandon, then the number 65, runs in 17th. He is down 14 positions. Or I'm sorry, 14. He started in 14th. He's down 3 positions. Matthew Semple locked himself in the playoffs with a win, and then got another one. Tried to go for a 3-peat, I think, or tried to go back to back, if I'm not mistaken. Hard to keep up sometimes, but struggling a little bit here tonight on the road course. 18th, started in 18th, currently 18th. Jason Bauer started from pit road, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. He is actually in 19th position. He's moved up 2 spots since the drop of the green flag. Good job. Music having problems here. We caught it live. He's in the grass. The 09 machine started last on the field. However, is up to 20th. David Gainforth, 101. He is a shotgun on the field right now as they run. Now, the thing with Gameforth is, I don't know if maybe we can Maybe go see what happened to him here. Maybe on lap 4. Let's see. It says he's got a 1X on lap 4, and there it is. Just went off the track just a little bit. No big deal. Get a little mud on them tires. Hey, back up front, shall we? Gap. Almost 2 seconds to Cody Heinzman. Here's the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen. We got 1.98 seconds back to the 28 from Greg Mitchell. But from Greg Mitchell to third place is 13 seconds. So I do want to say this. To the drivers who came out to race tonight, because this league is normally known for having full fields. And what I mean by full fields, 43 trucks will show up here on a Tuesday night. We got a little under half than that. 21 drivers only showed up tonight. To the drivers that showed up tonight for Road America to come out and get your points, the commitment, and to keep the league going just because you showed up, I thank you and I commend you. Because realistically, ladies and gentlemen, without the drivers, we don't have a broadcast. So we're watching the battle up front, ladies and gentlemen, because right now I'm kind of going through, and I mean nobody near each other right now. Everybody's so spaced out. It's one of them big tracks. I like Road America. I think it's better than COTA as a road course, but I mean, you see it. I think this is the closest battle we got on track. It's RT76 and the Lone Dutchman of Philip Van Vliet. Van Vliet trying to hang on to 9th position with Rick Thompson trying to hunt him down for it. Battle for your 9th position right now. As I said, we're watching it. Now, Thompson's there. You can make a move at any time. However, I don't know what's going on with Jackie Brandon. We had problems with Jackie. Let's go see what happened. Meatball flag, it says. Black flag. He entered the pits with a black flag. So I'm not sure what happened to Jackie. Let's see what happened. Comes down pit road. Gets a little 1X right there. No big deal. But it says he's got a black flag and a meatball flag. So what happened back here? Maybe he got the wall or something. Let's see what happened. Yep, went through the kink. Boom, right there. Destroyed the left front suspension of that 65 machine. Unfortunate for the 65. Going to be on pit road probably for a hot minute. Already has been, actually. As we're looking at him right now, been on pit road for about almost 3 minutes, so over a full lap for the 65 of Brandon. Greg Mitchell still leads the way. Ooh, this is actually interesting to see. So last time by, Mitchell ran a 2:14.69 compared to Cody Heinzman's 2:14.27. So I'm not sure if Mitchell maybe have messed up a couple corners or if Heinzman's just faster through a certain section of the racetrack. But Heinzman is faster right now as they run. Gap now down to 1.7 seconds. But that being said, if we go look at Greg Mitchell, from Greg Mitchell to third is 16.5 seconds. Can we check on Zala? You kind of skipped over when you went through the field. Did I? Oh, I apologize. I thought I got Zala. No problem. Yeah, we'll show him. I could have swore I got him. I apologize for that. We all make mistakes. How about this? I might have clicked Dorsey by accident, or maybe he passed somebody. I don't know. STK is a funny program. Irregardless, Jacob Zala, he is up 3 spots. He started in the 17th position and is now currently in 14th in the number 25 machine. Portage, Indiana. Is that northern Indiana or is that southern Indiana? Is it closer to I-80 or I-70? That's my question. Oh man, I'm all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Close to Chicago. Okay, so up north. Kind of up by like near Gary, Indiana, kind of like up in that general area. Because I go through Gary, Indiana every week. It's the only reason why I ask. Two drivers on pit road, Semple and Brannon. Problems for Semple. Let's see if we can't go back and see what happened to him. Overshoots a corner, gets into the grass a little bit. Ooh, locks it down. Ooh, right into the wall. Now that didn't look like it hurt it that much. Something going on. He's trying to get it going again. Not sure. It says he got a black flag, maybe entering pit road. Perhaps he was just serving a penalty, which is very possible as well. But not currently out on track for Semple. Better get that 16 machine back out on track. You got points to get, son. First pit stop, I believe, here for Justin Ping. I think he's going to try and short pit a couple guys, regain those positions that he lost earlier, because Ping is on pit road on lap 8. 34 laps to go. Like I said, he never give up. So Heinzen's actually starting to lose ground. He was 7/10 slower last time around compared to Mitchell. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one of those races you might want to go get a bucket of popcorn and come on back in about 20 minutes. Not to say these guys don't put on a show, but this is the Road America with 21 drivers. It's not going to be very much close racing. We're just pretty much going to have to keep an eye on Mitchell and Heinzman. They're the two closest drivers pretty much to each other right now. Actually, Michael Murphy Jr., he seems to be gaining some ground. He's up to 11th. But remember, Ping has already pit once. It looks like Ping 4 fresh tires and fuel for the number 81. More pit stops starting to happen. We got Mackenzie Milwain on pit road, and Gary Bowman, number 8, is also on pit road. Let's see what they do. Left side's up on Bowman. Looks like it's going to be 4 tire stops and a full tank of go-go juice for these two. Gap now is 2 seconds from first to second, and then from second to third, it's 18 and a half. And the biggest thing with these road courses, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of guys will think that you really got to push it. You really got to put that truck on edge every lap. You really don't. Believe it or not, slower is faster at these kind of racetracks. It's the wildest thing. But if you just take your time, you hit those marks, start putting on laps like Mitchell here, and I think he's pretty much going to sweep the road courses. As you see, Mitchell's coming down pit road. Heinzman's going to follow him. That's the best thing Heinzman can do, is follow Mitchell. He doesn't want to go another lap, risk running out of fuel. Pour fresh tires for these two drivers. They're going to watch this race off pit road. Maybe Heinzman can have a little bit better, quicker pit stop here. He comes out. Mitchell's out. I think he actually lost about a second on pit road. Heinzman did. Now they're both on fresh tires, so they got to be careful that they're not all slippery slidey. However, let's point this out. Mr. Tom Richter, I tell you what, he gonna lead something as always, and he's close to being a leader for incident points here tonight. Right now it is Steven Music in the 09 with 16. The Richter's right behind him in second with 13. There is currently, let me just double check my timing and scoring here. How about Eric Anderson? He's got a 0. Good job, Anderson. And Mitchell and Anderson. Only 2 drivers with 0 incident points right now as they run. All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's go. I don't know why I clicked that. I apologize. Let's go on board here with Mitchell. Just kind of listen, see what he's doing. He's on the back end of the course right now, so we'll go around for a full lap and listen to him work the throttle and get around this road course here tonight. Watch him. Working his way around live traffic right there. Almost contact with 101 of Dave Gainforth. That was close. Here we go. Down the front stretch. you have it. One full lap around Road America on board with Greg Mitchell. 30 laps to go here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Long way to go. It is going to be a long one here tonight. Again, I do apologize for how spaced out they get. There's really not a whole lot to talk about. I'm doing the best I can with the information provided to me on screen. Everybody pretty much has taken their first round of pit stops here. So, you know what? With that being said, why don't we just go ahead and jump to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Back live here on True Sim Productions. .29 laps to go. Still a long way to go here. Heinzman is problems for Heinzman, I guess. Again, let's see what happened to Heinzman. So he had another big moment here, it looks like. Yep, big time sideways. Keeps it off the wall, though. Great save out of the number 28. It's going to keep rolling and keep going. However, that put him 19 seconds behind the 8 ball. everybody pretty much spaced out right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm watching the race control program. That's why I'm being so quiet. I'm just trying to see if we can find something that's going on. Giving Michael Murphy Jr. some camera time. Like I said, I'm just kind of scrolling through the race control program here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'll go ahead and show you exactly what I'm working with when I say race control program. It's this right here. This is everything I've seen anytime I tell you, oh, he's got a 1X, he's got a 2X, everything in red you see. This is what I'm looking at most of the time. Just to give people a little idea of what's going on the back end here. This is what SDK looks like. This is how I run the cameras, the overlay, and everything like that. Just to give you guys a little idea of what goes on the back end, what I'm looking at. I know people like to see a little behind the scenes, if you will. Go check out Mitchell. 22 seconds ahead of Cody Heinzman. You know, can we just give him the race win and just call it a night? Tell you what, let's do this. How we doing out in chat, ladies and gentlemen? How about this? Let's start this. Total incident count so far tonight is a 166. What do you think we're going to be by the end of it? I'm going to say 350. I know we probably don't got a lot of people watching right now, and I totally understand it. Yeah, 7 people. But you 7 who came out, I appreciate it. I tell you what, we peaked actually pretty well tonight. Peaked at 20. Now all of a sudden we dropped all the way down to 7. And like I said, I don't blame people. Road America, Zola. Thank you, Zola. 429. All right, closest without going over. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. How about that? A lot of 1X's coming out on screen. How about Jason Dinsmore got a 2? Let's see what happened to Dinsmore here. Hard on the brakes. Yep. You know what that is? I'll tell you right now. We'll watch it one more time. Watch this. So he goes down into the corner. This gives us something to talk about here. He shifted down too fast and it wheel hopped on him. That's why the back end of the truck kicked out like that. That's all you got at wheel hop. Wheel hop, wheel hop, wheel hop. We got something going on here. Richter. He goes off. Mowing the grass a little bit. Oh, don't hit the wall. Oh, barely. There's a lot going on, I guess you could say. It's just simple off tracks and whatnot. 26 laps to go, though. Last time by a 2:14.07 for Mitchell compared to a 2:15.29 for Heinzman. It is my last broadcast for this league, Zala. That's, like I said, unfortunately, life has gotten in the way. I can't continue. Shame, but that's how it plays out, I guess. I mean, it's just. A house, so we're going to be moving shortly. Just a lot of stuff going on. Totally understand why you put on one hell of a broadcast. I thoroughly enjoy it. Thank you. You know what? Like I said, I appreciate the kind words. The way I look at it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just some guy at his computer who does this. I started doing this probably a good 3 years ago. Was interested in it when I saw a couple of guys I knew from Blazing Pedals who did it. Asked them how you got started in it, and they said you just got to kind of do it. And for some reason, everybody seems to enjoy it when I put it on. I can promise you it's not easy being the one and only person. When you have two people, you kind of have that other person to bounce off of and talk about what's going on and stuff like that. But it's definitely difficult. I have fun with it. I did it for a long time on TSP. I was doing it 7 days a week. Ended up getting a job driving truck over the road. You guys know how that goes. I'm home every week, every Monday and Tuesday, but with the winter months coming up, that's another reason I don't want to commit to the rest of the season. Interstate 80 across Wyoming can get pretty nasty, so there could be a time where I might not get home on a Tuesday. And I would hate to be like, hey, you know, I can't make it, and then you guys don't have a broadcast at all. So kind of taking the step, the initiative, I guess you could say, to just say, hey, I did half the season with the winter months coming up, with me buying a new house and having to move here in the next couple of weeks, you know, because, you know, you got to transfer internet and all that fun stuff. My setup itself is probably going to take, I'd say, 3 hours to tear down and probably another 2 to put back up. So you're great at it, man. Sounds natural. I really do appreciate that. I actually, fun fact, I am from Butler County, Pennsylvania, so I'm kind of near where Richter lives, but I live about 20 minutes away from Lernerville Speedway, the dirt track, if anybody's heard of it. Before I went over the road truck driving, it was last year, I was doing infield race reporting on dirt.tv. I did that for a few weeks, and I announced at Blanket Hill Speedway out of Katanning. I did that once, and I, believe it or not, got all those gigs just from showing them through some productions here on YouTube. So if you have a dream, all I can say is keep chasing it, because anything can happen. Unfortunately, there wasn't no money in it, and as everybody knows, with the way the economy is right now and everything, money is king. Got to pay them bills, so I had to take the job of going over the road. I wish I was still doing the real life stuff, but here we are. We're still doing this stuff here. So, you know, again, if you guys know anybody who's into iRacing, or anybody who maybe wants to take a crack at broadcasting, I can teach them what I know, and we could let you broadcast on True Sim Productions maybe at some point. But share the channel out. Tell your friends about us. We've been featured on an iRacing Highlight Top 10. We normally do really good charity events. We do Toys for Tots almost every year. We raised money for a family not too long ago as well. Raised them about $5,000. So just keep all that in mind. Apologize. I also got a new bit of technology I'm trying to get set up as well here behind the scenes. We're looking at Heinzman. Let's go ahead and give you an idea where everybody's at. We got pit stops going on once again. 23 laps to go here at Road America. Still a long way. Anything can happen. Got to keep an eye on Greg Mitchell for the most part, because one slip up from Mitchell could be the end of the night. I say that, but the man is 27.5 seconds ahead of Cody Heinzman. Kathy Richter out there, lots of luck to you in your new home. We'll miss you here. I greatly appreciate it. Again, guys, this doesn't necessarily mean that I will forever be gone from Cyber Thunder and broadcasting them. I might even ask Tom if, I get a chance to race on Tuesdays. Now you might see the 53 True Sim Productions truck out on track. At least for the rest of the season. I didn't want to burn any bridges with these guys. Great group of guys. Always getting a good car count, which is one thing as a broadcaster you always want to see. So if you guys haven't signed up to race in this league, you got to get on it. And the shows will continue. Blazing Pedals still going on Sunday nights here on TSP. Don't forget Race Chatter, the uncensored, unfiltered podcast that we got going on. Ooh, interesting call here from Heinzman. Mitchell's on pit road. Heinzman's going to go one more lap. Now, could this be... Ooh, you know what? We actually might need to start talking strategy. So I know the next race on the schedule. I tell you what, Millie, if you give me 2 seconds here, I can give you that information. Shout out to Amanda Sherman for sending me the schedule. Looks like next week they're going to Nashville Super Speedway. So remember, Nashville Super Speed, or no, I'm sorry, next week they will be off. Off for Election Day next week. The following week, they will be going to Nashville Super Speedway. That will be broadcast on OSRN. So the thing with that, Jay, I mean, even if you're wetting your feet, if you got a few races under your belt, you can keep and hold a line. There's a lot of decent guys in this league. A lot of guys who'd be willing to sit there and maybe help you turn some laps. I know I do it with a couple of drivers in other leagues, and sit there and tell you what you're doing wrong, what you can do to fix it, stuff like that. It just all depends on if you're a good listener, kind of. What's Nashville like? Nashville is, I don't know how to put this. It's a concrete track. It's not a super speedway like Daytona. It's just called a super speedway, but it's a typical 1.5 mile cookie cutter track. So should put on some good racing. When these guys go to the 1.5 miles, they put on a good show. So expect to see some really tight racing there. We're racing in 2 weeks in Nashville, like actual real life, or we talking iRacing? Heinzman on pit road right now. Let's keep an eye on Mitchell. Heinzman's just, all he's doing is losing time right now. iRacing. What car are you looking at? Xfinity, truck, cup car. Cup cars suck. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, that's something we can discuss too. I don't know if anybody watches real life NASCAR, but man, these cars suck. You're the 21 car's brother. Am I saying the last name correctly? Is it Milwain? You should be out here racing. Correct. All right, cool. I like to make sure I get people's names correct. I know Kathy's probably out there scratching her head on that one because I've been saying her son's name wrong for the first 5 weeks until he corrected me, and then I got it right. I was saying Richter, and it's Richter. Don't worry, Kathy. I got it right now. Oh, big slide out of Tom as we catch it right there. That was a good save. Rick Thompson coming off pit road. Greg Mitchell's got a 32.49 second lead. I mean, we could just end it right here, you know, just give him the trophy and call it a night. I don't know about y'all, but I got to open up my card shop, you know, TCG simulator, our card shop simulator on Steam. Got to get that thing. I got to start making some money. I always say to people like the Richter scale when they don't pronounce it correctly. Oh, well, to be honest, I don't know why my brain just didn't register the H in the name, or I'm sorry, the T. So I'm normally pretty good at pronouncing names. I've gotten some pretty wild ones that I've actually gotten correct, but sometimes it's the easy ones that throw me off. And Tom just didn't say nothing. I was like, well, why didn't you say nothing? And he finally said something. Cody Heinzman off track again. He said something. He said it's Richter, and I said, well, I'm going to pronounce it right then. You know, all these drivers got to do is come to me and say, hey, this is how you pronounce it. Like, you know, type it out or whatever. And the only reason I say it is because my last name is something a broadcaster always seems to mess up. They'll say Bumgarten or Bumgardner, and it's Baumgarten. So, you know. Dorsey's off track back there. I mean, if I remember correctly, Salas said his incident count was upwards in the 400. I said 350. We're at 241 right now. Just to give you guys an incident count update. It's a shame that we got drivers who left the race, though. Looks like Dinsmore, Bauer, Semple, and Brandon. Well, Brandon hasn't left the race. He's still in the race. Semple put it on the hauler. Oh, S-I-E-H-L, huh? I feel like, Kathy, I feel like you're testing me right now. I just had to say something, didn't I? It's either Seal or it's Sile. Like the mammal, Seal. So I got it. First go. I said Seal or Style. I said Seal, so. All right, who can we pick here tonight? We know Craig Mitchell's probably going to take home the win unless he severely screws up. But you know what? We could mess with some people, give him the broadcaster curse. What do y'all think? See, at this point, we got 19 laps to go. Everybody's so spaced out. I mean, Chad, it's you and me right now. We're just out here. We're having fun. We're watching these guys go around. I'm going to keep changing cameras, keep checking on certain drivers. I'll give Jay a Zala update. Zala is in 11th. I know there's Michael Murphy Jr. fans out there. They might not be watching tonight because of the road course, but Michael Murphy is up 7 spots. He's in 13th. Zala, your boy's in 11th. He's up 6 spots, so he's actually having a pretty good run. RT76 in 9th. Caldwell back to 8th. Caldwell was up there for a minute too. Ping found his way back up to 3rd. How about that for Dustin Ping? Just noticed that. 1, 2, 3. Where they started or where they're running. Yeah. How about it? Anybody got any big plans for Halloween? Anybody going trick-or-treating? Listen, I don't even really do trick-or-treating anymore as far as I'm aware. You do that trunk-or-treat stuff. You go to a parking lot. Everybody does that out of the trunk of their car. Nobody wants some weirdos at their houses. I know where I'm living, I think they do it in the park here, if I remember correctly, but you're supposed to leave your porch light on, and I don't have a porch light, so if I remember correctly, they normally put a flyer on our door every year. What's a Halloween party at a bar, Chicago Saturday? That was pretty cool. There you go. Okay, so everybody's gotten into the Halloween spirit. I like it. Here's a good question. Favorite horror movie, since it is spooky season. Or if you're not much of a movie enthusiast, how about favorite horror video game? And if you don't like that, do you like Ice Nine Kills? Because horror music, kind of. I'll tell you right now, favorite horror movie of mine, the Scream series. One of the best. Not only is it kind of a slasher, but it's also a murder mystery, like whodunit, kind of like Scooby-Doo. Can't go wrong with Scream. The first like couple of Nightmare on Elm Street were really good, and then they just all sucked. But I don't think Wes Craven directed all of them. He only did like the first one. Well, and the like new Nightmare. I forget what order they go in, but you know what I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The Halloweens are good. Actually, the Halloween Rob Zombie ones are good. Those ones are very, very good. Happy Halloween out there to everybody. As we watch trucks kind of Go in a circle here. Fucking, you know, they're making time. Making good time. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I got the Terrifier movie. I just haven't watched it yet. I heard that one was pretty good as well. Oh, here you go. Here's another good question for y'all out in chat. Favorite Halloween candy? So if you were going out trick-or-treating, what would you want somebody to put in your bag? Ed Jurgen goes around. Caught that live. Brian Dorsey does a good job locking him up, not to get into him. Good job out of those two. Doesn't matter for Jurgen, though, because Burnett is about 6 seconds back. Reese's. Oh, it's a Reese's guy. Oh, Kathy's a Reese's person, too, huh? All right. I'm a Kit Kat guy. All right, you can't go wrong with Kit Kats. And I don't care what anybody says. That Mandela effect stuff. Man, the Kit Kat used to have a dash in between Kit and Kat. I'm just saying, it 100% did, all right? And the Monopoly Man definitely had a monocle. I do enjoy me a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, though. Here's a good question. Since we're on the topic of Halloween candy. Does anybody out there like candy corn? Candy corn. This goes one of two ways with people. You either absolutely hate it or you truly love it. Dustin Ping back on pit road. Probably. Ooh, this is interesting for Dustin. Remember, they can only go about 10 or so laps on fuel. We got 16 to go, so he's going to have to pit one more time after this. Gonzalez says, absolutely not. Does not like candy corn. See? I told you it was going to go one or two ways. Okay, Kathy, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Take it or leave it. It's normally you hate it or you like it. It's what I've always heard. The natural consensus, I guess, if you will, of candy corn. See, we're making tonight's broadcast interesting. We're watching these guys race. We talking about the Halloween. I'm not bringing up politics, though. We won't talk politics on the stream like that. That's nope. Just absolutely not. We already told Van Drake earlier we don't do that. But be safe out there on election night, of course. If you're going out to vote, make sure you get out there and vote. That's all I will say. Road races are somewhat boring, but they only get boring when they get like this, right? When there is just everybody so spread out. COTA was kind of a little bit more interesting because Heinzman actually kind of had a shot, but now with Mitchell 37 seconds ahead of him, I mean, that's pretty much the end of it. I mean, he's lapped all the way up to 11th already. Philip Van Vliet is the first, or last car on the lead lap. Eric Anderson's the first truck one lap down. But that's, you know, that's the thing with road courses too. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, the drivers aren't necessarily racing each other, they're racing the track. And it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of concentration. You got to have rhythm. That's number one. You don't have rhythm, I mean, you're just kind of burnt. So we'll fly through the post-race interviews as well. Okay, I got another good question for everybody since it's Halloween. Everybody knows the classic movie Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie? Good question, right? Bowman brings his number 8 machine down pit road. Still running the breast cancer awareness ribbon on there. Love to see it. Still breast cancer awareness one. Shout out to all the survivors out there who kicked cancer's ass. And that's probably the one and only time you're going to hear me swear on stream, but F cancer. Or as I like to say, save the tatas. All right, Jay, you got me. It's a Halloween movie. Okay. Could be watched on either holiday kind of thing. That's a big debate, believe it or not. People will fight you over that. Richter on pit road. He's been on pit road for a hot minute. Maybe something happened to Tom. Let's see what happened. You got a meatball flag, so let's go back and see what happened. What? Hey, Tom, there's a turn there, brother. All right, one more time. Race chatter. Nope. Bam. Oh, it's not funny, but it is. He went down in the corner and said, I ain't turning. That's a big ouch. You got it. Even Kathy's out there laughing. All right, if Kathy's laughing, I can laugh. Race chatter. One more time. From the cockpit. You know what it was? He was watching the broadcast and he heard someone say Reese's, and he was like, "Oh man, I gotta go get me a Reese's." $286, by the way, on an instant account, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're going over 400. I don't think we're even going to go over 300 here. 14 laps to go. Worth a gold medal. Well, he did stick to landing, I'll give you that. Eric Anderson on pit road. Music on pit road. Oh, Gainforce stuck in a sand trap right here. That's one good thing about iRacing. It's got the sand pits and everything, but at least you can get out of them. Imagine if you couldn't get out of them, you got stuck there and had to tow. Mitchell's got a couple of lap cars up ahead of him here. Let's see if he can make quick work of these guys. 13 laps to go. He's running over a full second faster than Heinzman is every lap. So it's going to be I mean, he's just walking away with it. This isn't even fair. Throw a caution and throw a wrench in the whole thing. Admin caution. What do you guys think? Tom, if you're watching, throw it. Put it out. I see some debris all over the track. Here we go. 13 laps to go, and Mitchell's going to bring it down. Caution, yes. Now, I don't want to say it. I'm just going to say it. I have that power. I could do it. I'm not going to. I'm a man of my word, but I have the power to do it. Put it out. Put it out. I know. Bring it all over the racetrack. Turn over 1, 2. Put it out. Little slideways there out of the 46. Michael Murphy Jr. coming off pit road. 55-second stop for Murphy. Well, maybe we can go back and take a look at what happened to old Michael Murphy Jr. Looks like he had a black flag on his pit stop here. Maybe speeding off pit road. Yeah, he had to come down and serve a penalty. Man, those scoring lines, they'll get you. $12 more, ladies and gentlemen. Just hang out with me for 12 more laps. Okay? About another 30 minutes. With them running about 2-minute lap times. The other thing too with the road courses, I mean, COTA, not many people run COTA. Not many people run Road America either. I think if we went to one of the classic ones like Sonoma or Watkins Glen, I think we'd be having a different conversation on them flopping. So here's the biggest thing though that I want to take away. I actually think we have a little strategy going on right now, because remember, Heinzman actually went 1 lap further than Mitchell. Heinzman has the lead right now with about a 10-second gap. Heinzman could have been saving that entire time. Now, I know I sound crazy, right? I definitely sound crazy. You're probably sitting there thinking, Sam, how do you save on a road course? Well, it's quite easy. Just like that. You come down those big straightaways, you can dump the clutch. Not only that, you can short shift the truck. You don't high rev it. Don't rev it out. As soon as it gets so far, short shift it. Lower RPMs using less fuel, right? I'll tell you what, let's ride on board with Heinzman. Let's exactly listen to what Heinzman's doing. Hear how far off he lifted? Let's see if he short shifts. Okay, well, you didn't really have to shift there, but short shift. Little wheel hop right there. You guys heard it. Just in this lap, Mitchell has gained 2 seconds on Heinzman. Last time by, Heinzman ran almost a 3-minute lap time. Short shift. If he can make it 10 laps, I think he's gonna have to go around one more time. Because then Mitchell's gonna have to pit All right, we got something to talk about now, everybody. Oh, don't speed, Cody. Don't speed. Mitchell just went by him there. Well, what in the holy goodness? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but Greg Mitchell just set a 2-minute 12:64. That's faster than his qualifying time. Sorry, I'm thinking here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to do some math. I mean, Heinzman, if he saved enough, he went 2 laps further than Mitchell did. And I'm sorry, I'm 95% sure Mitchell is gonna have to pit. I've been wrong before, though. Heinzman's gonna have to. Is Tom out or just in the pit? Man, he gave up. He gave up. He's still sitting on pit road. To be honest, he slammed that wall pretty dang hard, so he probably blew the motor. With 9 laps to go, though, I'm keeping an eye on Mitchell. Because Mitchell's going to have to do something fancy. 40 seconds ahead of Cody. Cody's trying to save. I know he is. laps to go. I apologize. I'm reading something here. I apologize for watching Cody Heinzman. It's crazy how professional this broadcast is. The national anthem sealed the deal. Well, if the national anthem sealed the deal for you, I need you to head over to Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. Check my Discord notifications. All right. Sorry about that. There's stuff going on in the background. No delays on interviews. Server is short on time. I will get them there. Okay. I got you. So we're running. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. 17 minutes left in the session. Okay, I see. I got you, Tom. I got you. National anthem sealed the deal, huh? Yeah, Mullet Music Productions, Joshua Rutherford, actually somebody I write music with. The intro and the outro of this broadcast will have a song that we wrote together. So a little fun side note there. I'm keeping an eye on Heinzman only because I think he's saving fuel, but with Tom giving me that information, I don't know what's going to happen now. Fed 1027. Again, I apologize that you come under the road course, but not a lot going on. I mean, Mitchell has lapped up to 8th place. Rick Thompson, last car in the lead lap. Out there moving. Rick Thompson's right ahead of him, actually. Rick, don't you let him by you. Now, see, the real question is I don't know if Fed is being sarcastic or if he's being honest. There's no context in text messaging. You could be messing with me. It's crazy how professional this broadcast is. Well, you could mean that. Or you could be making fun of me. I don't know. But you can still like the video for me. That'd be great. That helps the channel out a ton. Thank you for the view, my good sir. Or ma'am, whatever. All right, so we're short on time, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Total incident count 345. Solid. I think I might got you tonight. I said 350. Closest without going over. There's a few more. Get me to 351 and I win. And then you owe me $50. And get with me, you know, send me that $50. I got PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, you know, whatever you want, man. Oh, Rick, you moved over for him. I'm disappointed in you. 5 laps to go. What? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 minutes. They can make it with 4 minutes left to go if they cook. Not all honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I know tonight's been kind of a little lackluster compared to other nights. When we was at Code, I had Tanner to kind of bounce off of. This one by myself has been a little difficult just because of how spaced out everybody is. I can't see the whole track. That's the hardest thing. I can't see the whole track. I can't see what's going on with everybody. That's why I'm kind of bouncing around from driver to driver, just trying to give people some camera time. We got a bunch of guys who have pretty much just pulled it off track. It said, I'm done. Actually, let me see here. Bowman's still running. Phillips running. Zala's. Hey, you know what, Jay? Thumbs up to Jacob. He's out there. He's still giving it all. Still in 11th, but he's giving it his all. I like it. Anderson's still out there. Dorsey's out there. Same with Michael Murphy Jr. Thank you guys for all sticking it out. In fourth, Music, Richter. We know what happened to Richter, but Dinsmore, Bauer, Semple, and Brandon, they've all put the truck on the hauler. Again, we know what happened to Tom. That means the computer is still working. Way to do some repairs. What kind of repairs? Hopefully something easy. Like, you know, changing out a couple sticks of RAM, or maybe swapping a new GPU. Maybe, you know, something along those lines. Hopefully it wasn't like had to change out the motherboard or something like that. I tell you what, man, this is probably one of the most expensive hobbies I've been a part of. And I play guitar. That's an expensive hobby, but I tell you what, man, sim racing. I remember the first time I saw it, I was up, it was back in 2015 or 16. No, yeah, 16. It was 16 or 17. I was laid up in bed with a shattered left leg, and I watched a YouTuber do iRacing, and I was like, what is this? How do I play this? I want to play this. Looks awesome. And I've been hooked ever since. Toasted the power supply. We upgraded the graphics card and added some fans to keep it cool. So I got the OG 3090, and man, this thing is ridiculously gets hot. You could fry an egg on it. And I got the side of the case off it and everything to get some more airflow to it. Power supplies are pretty easy to change though. Yeah, what kind of graphics card did you get? I remember when my power supply toasted. It was actually in the PC that you guys are watching the race on right now. I was sitting on my couch. I had to broadcast on it. It was on a Sunday when I was doing Blazing Pedals for those guys. I'm sitting on my couch, and all of a sudden I hear pop. It's like, what was that? And then it did it again. Pop. And I looked over, and my monitors went black, and I just went, oh my God. It makes your heart sink. It really does. It's like, did that power supply just fry my $3,500 computer? 3 laps to go for Greg Mitchell. Should take him about 6-7 minutes. 4060 Ti. 4060, yeah, 4060. Oh, okay, yeah. A good card. Real good card. Bob, you saw it in chat? If you're still in chat, Tom, I want to get a quick interview from the league owner before we shut this thing down for my part of the season. Then you can give your announcement and tell them about OSRN and everything, if you're out there. Can Greg make it on fuel is the question. Cool. Yeah. So jump up in there with them when the race is over. After I interview them, we'll bring you up and we can talk final thoughts and stuff like that. I always do it with league owners when I either at the end of the season or when I finish, kind of thing. So got to keep the tradition going. Anything you want to say? You want to shout out sponsors, whatever? You know the deal. You got it. So Burnett's on pit road. He couldn't make it. That is his 4th pit stop of the day. Kind of want to go on board here with Mitchell. I want to see if he's saving at all. What did I tell you? Now we gotta watch Heinzman. He's gonna be pushing it. Oh, Kathy out there, before the race ends, I would just like to thank the league again for allowing me to sponsor a breast cancer awareness race. It's important to women and to men also to check their breasts. Hey, Kathy, I haven't heard your full story. I don't need to. All I know is that you're a survivor and you're one tough cookie for it. How about that? Glad to still have you here. Oh, Mitchell's out. Mitchell's out. Not out of gas, but he's out of pit road. Heinzman couldn't get there. 6 seconds, man. Oh, man. He's got to be mad. I'd be mad. No problem, Kathy. Stay strong. Six and a half seconds is what determined that. That is insane. Mitchell took fuel only too. Wow. I knew Heinzman. That's the only thing he could really do, right? Was try and run longer and like save fuel. Just, man, oh man, that sucks. That's 6 minutes left in the session, so we're gonna come around and get the white flag here. Jay, you can go ahead and get that $50 ready. 368 coming with 1 lap to go. I think I won. I said 350. I'm the closest without going over. Tell you what, I'll buy you a beer with it. How about that? White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Greg Mitchell. Again, everybody, thanks for chatting tonight. It's been fun to kind of interact with the chat while we were watching the race. Like I said, not a whole lot to really talk about other than a little bit of strategy from the top two. Yeah, I really appreciate you, all of you that came out every single week. I know Van Drake's been out there. All you Michael Murphy Jr. fans. Kathy, shout out to you for coming out every week. Jay, thanks again. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys like the video. Eric was just like, you know what, just take it. you can just have it. It's been fun. Good. I'm glad. That's the one thing I want to point out, ladies and gentlemen. You watch a lot of iRacing broadcasts. Very rarely do you have any of them who interact with chat. Something I try to do a little bit differently, and something I like True Sim Productions to do. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a channel. So couple more turns here. Also, the biggest thing I want to point out is that Greg Mitchell, only truck on the racetrack, 0 incident points. Out of the final turn, do a little swerving, send it down in the grass. He's got it. Another dominating performance out of the number 55. Crazy, man. That's just, doesn't call himself a road racer either. That's the biggest thing. That's kind of wild to see. It's very, very wild to see. So who got third? Ping. Ping's got to get up in the hauler room. We got to get him first. It's kind of hard though. He's got to finish yet. I know we're running out of time in the session, but it shouldn't kick us or anything. We should still be able to see the scenic cameras for that. I see Heinzman and Mitchell. They're both in the waiting room right now, and I bet Heinzman's just like, dude, you suck. Oh, Dustin did it before he crossed the line. I'm impressed. All right, well, let's go ahead and get them rocking and rolling then real quick, because we might as well. Dustin Ping, driver the number 81. I know you just crossed the line, but apparently we got limited time here in this session, so we got to do on-the-fly interviews, man. You were one of the first drivers to come down pit road, and it seemed to work out for you. It fell back a little bit, but you managed to bring that 81 home in third position. Walk me through it.
Yeah, I spun on like lap 2, I believe. I got back to like 10th, short pitted, and just tried to drive my butt off. And then the second second fuel stop, I didn't take tires, and that helped me get some fuel or track position, and then just tires from there on in, just drove my heart out. So,
well, you managed to bring that number 81 home in third place. It's a good points night for you. So, real quick, we got to get through the interviews pretty quick here tonight. So, I'll give you some time here. Who you got to shout out and/or thank on the number 81?
Thank Cyber for putting this on, the sponsor for putting this on, and Ping Precision Auto and Actipa and Conrad Group.
All right, Dustin. Hey, not going to be able to say, hopefully we can talk to you next week, because I'm not going to be here next week, but go get them in the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
It's Dustin Ping, driver the number 81, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring up tonight's sponsor, actually. C Schemes. iRacing Paints, Cody Heinzman, driver the number 28. Hey, Cody, real quick. That last paint scheme you ran last week, I don't know if you heard the broadcast, but if you put a TSP logo on that, I think you got a good paint scheme. Hey, anyway, let's talk about the race. I thought you had something going there, to be honest, at first. You drove hard to get out front, made a couple mistakes here tonight. It's easy to do here on a road course. However, when I noticed you were saving fuel, I was like, this might be the call. And you came up 5 seconds short. Walk me through it.
Well, it's funny you say that, Sam, because I didn't lose the race once. I lost it twice. And the first one was the mistake. When I was leading the race, I did absolutely everything I could to get the lead off of the start. And I had a good shot at Coda, but with how turn 1 is, like, you can't really do too much for the outside. But I knew here if I could have a similar launch, I would have a good shot. And we kept it side by side for way longer than I expected. But it worked out. That was awesome. But really, I start making mistakes, and I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my biggest critic. Like, I get really competitive, but it's with myself. It's not with anyone else. So as soon as I start making mistakes and getting in my own head about it, it's just downhill from there. And that's, I think, what we saw a lot of tonight. The second time I lost the race was when that strategy started to play out, and I knew I had something there. Once he looped it off of his pit road exit, that kind of opened the window for me. And I knew that was the case. I had been told that he had done it. And when I had my outlap, I tiptoe off the track 3-4 times in one lap. And you wouldn't believe it, but from that lap to the next, I lost about 6.5 seconds on Greg. And when he comes out with 2 to go from his pit stop, the gap is like 6 seconds. So could have had the lead, lost it twice, and it's brutal. But hey, he ran a perfect race. He's really, really good. I've never seen somebody as fast as him in a road course, at least in a session that I'm also in. I don't know if it's just the trucks or if it's just anywhere with him in a road course, but he is blistering.
Well, hey man, second place, you still can't complain about that. You got a few wins this season. You're still looking good when it comes to the playoff picture. But that being said, great performance out of the number 28 tonight. Who do you got to thank for making it all happen?
Well, as always, shout out to you, Sam, for doing all these broadcasts. It's a shame we aren't gonna have you for the last part of the season, but you did a killer job, and it was a lot of fun to watch those. So hoping for more opportunities in the future. And shout out to my wife who's always watching, grandparents, and all the TNA guys, even though it was just me and Philip here today from that bunch. But Philip had a good race, so that was cool to see.
Well, Cody, normally I say hopefully we talk to you next week, but this time I'm just going to tell you good luck in the rest of the season, and go get them.
Thanks, Sam.
It's Cody Heinzman, driver the number 28, coming home in second. Let's move on to our race winner. I don't think he's going to have too much to say. He might. Let's bring him up. Greg Mitchell, driver the number 55, coming home with the win tonight. Greg, you're Mr. Road Course. You know that, right? I mean, I want to ask you, what were you thinking there when you saw Heinzman kind of playing a little bit of a fuel strategy game there? What was kind of going through your head?
I figured that was going to happen. I saw he was having trouble that lap. We came out on his outlap after the first pit, and I'm like, if he's smart, he plays the fuel window game now. And sure enough, that's what he started doing. And I'm sitting on pit road, the next pit stop, and there he goes flying on by, doing another lap. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So. I wasn't too happy about it because I had to drive way harder, and that's when mistakes happen. And sure enough, I looped it coming on my outlap on my second to last stop there on cold tires. So yeah, Cody did what he had to do for sure. That was the smartest move he could have made. So hats off to him. He made it close. He had me sweating. I knew I had to drive hard.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I mean, when you were driving your tail off there, you actually set the fastest lap of the race, and it was a second faster than your qualifying time. So next time you race Road America, just keep that in mind, okay? But, dude, another dominating performance out of that 55 here at a road course. Again, Cody even said it. I don't know if you're just good at road courses. Maybe you're just a natural at it. I don't know. But another good points night for the 55. We got to kind of go a little bit quicker here. The session's going to be ending here shortly, so I'm going to ask you who you got to thank on the 55 for making it all happen.
Yeah, thank you to Cody for sponsoring, and thank you to Tom as always, and then for you broadcasting. Sad to hear that you're going to be leaving us, but congrats on your new home. That's awesome for you, man. We're going to miss you for sure. So yeah, thanks for all that you've done for us.
Greatly appreciate that, man. And normally I say we'll see you next week, or hope we talk to you next week. But like I've been telling the top three tonight, good luck in the rest of the season, and go get them.
All right. Thanks, Sam. Good luck to you too, man.
That was Greg Mitchell, driver the number 55. And I got one more person I want to talk to. Tom, you in there? You in here?
I'm here, Sam. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Little bit of long night, but hey, it's a road course. We had fun up here in the chat. I'm sure you were watching there after you had your little mishap in whatever turn that was, missed your breaking point, whatever happened, I don't know. But I normally do this, like I said, normally at the end of the season, but with me not finishing out, I'll let you go ahead and let everybody know who's going to be taking over. I think I knew, and I was telling them throughout the broadcast, but and your final thoughts on everything.
Yeah, Sam. First, before we get into any of that, I want to thank you for the last 12 weeks, and I want to thank Chris for picking us up at Daytona back in our first race back in August. which really seems like it really wasn't that long ago when we're sitting here 12 weeks later talking like we do every week. But Sam, no, all these drivers out here, the first 5-6 races, we had 43 cars we were using knockout qualifying. We went from running single car digits at the end of our last season to the beginning of this season, sending sometimes 15, 16 cars home each week. So just a testament to all the drivers that are coming out week in and week out. Tonight was a little bit light on a road course. But yeah, looking forward, Sam, we've got Online Sim Racing Network. Joe is going to be doing our broadcast now from Nashville. We're off next week for Election Day. But beginning on November 12th, we're partnering up with Online Sim Racing Network. But I can't say enough, and the feedback that I've received from the drivers about you and everybody over at TSP has been pretty unanimous that it's been a great production over the past 12 weeks. And Sam, thank you for that.
Well, the biggest thing I got to say, Tom, is I've been saying it to the ladies and gentlemen out in chat tonight. That's why I came to you. I wanted to be up front with you. I don't like burning bridges, and definitely keep me in the mind for future seasons if maybe we can make something happen. Even if, you want to bring me on for half of a season and we kind of do like NASCAR kind of does, right? They go from one to the other. If we, whatever you want to do, just keep in contact with me, and we'll see what kind of business we can do in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all about the networks that you make here on iRace, and it's a small community. It gets small really quick. So thank you for that. And, I know my mom has been out there. She would be calling me in about 4 minutes if I didn't say hello to her. So I know that she's been tuned in every week, and all the viewers that you have. We appreciate everybody watching and supporting the broadcast for Cyber Thunder Racing League and True Sim Productions. But yeah, Sam, we'll definitely keep in touch, and best of luck to you on what life has for you next.
Greatly appreciate it, man. I'm going to go ahead and get this broadcast closed out, so I'll go ahead and put you down in the hauler waiting room, and I'll be down there in a minute.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, everybody, that was the league owner. That was Tom Richter, and you heard him. The results are on the top of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, for here at Road America. We're going to go ahead and close this out one final time. You heard it. We're going to try and do business in the future. We have to. I like this group of guys. A lot of good drivers out here, a lot of good people. Thank you for all the kind words out in chat. I ain't going anywhere. All right. I may not be broadcasting, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stick around. I want to do this league again. You guys put on a great show every week. With that being said, one last time, at least for now, don't count me out later in life, but got some stuff to take care of on my end and with work and all that stuff. Maybe once I go local driving truck, I can start doing this consistently again, which is kind of what I want to do. I want to keep True Sim Productions going. I want True Sim Productions to become something as big as like Podium at some point. It's kind of the goal. It always has been the goal. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there on the holidays.